Lección 5. Hoy vamos a repasar las compras, cómo ordenar la comida, los verbos y los colores. Y lo nuevo, vamos a aprender el alfabeto en español, vamos a hablar de latinos famosos. Vamos a practicar ordenando comida en una pizzería argentina. Vamos a leer de Argentina también y claro, hay mucha conversación. Entonces, ¿correcta o incorrecta? Emily, el libro es roja.
Incorrecto.
¿Por qué?
El libro es rojo.
Muy bien. Brandon, las plantas son bonitas.
Correcta.
Las plantas son bonitas.
Los teléfonos es blanco.
Wait. Los teléfono. Why is it los teléfono? Incorrecto.
That's correct.
But it's los teléfono, singular. Maybe
Oh,
like
yeah,
el
a
or
phone.
el teléfono es blanco.
Killed it.
El pizarra es grande.
Incorrecta. La pizarra es grande.
Look, you're at the Clifford Still Museum. I thought that was funny, but okay. I entertain myself all the time. It doesn't usually translate at all, and there is no language for it. Okay. Las casas son baratas. No, las casas, eso incorrecta. Las casas son, no, las casas, los baratos.
No.
No?
Las
Damn it.
casas. It's just lost. You get the first
But
part.
las casas son
Barata.
baratas.
There you go. Muy bien.
Killed.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
El elefante es grande.
Sorry.
Correcta.
El elefante es grande.
El carro es chico.
El carro es chico, ¿correcta?
Los doctores son buenos.
Incorrecta. Buenos.
Son buenos.
El playa es fea.
Oh dear, incorrecta. El playa, well,
No.
es feo. No, wait. Playa is, so it's la playa es fea.
Muy bien.
It's very ugly.
Wow, that's depressing.
Yeah.
El actriz es bonito.
Correcta.
No.
Oh, no.
Incorrecta.
La.
La actriz es bonita.
The Z is what threw me off.
If it was if it were a man there, would it, since actriz is, or it would be actor is
Actor.
actor and actriz. Okay. Actor and actriz. All right.
Okay.
Emily, describe las flores.
Las flores es
Son.
son. Las flores son bonites y
Bonitas.
bonitas, because it's okay, that makes sense. Okay, las flores son bonitas y let's see, amarillas.
Describe el carro.
El carro son chico.
Es chico.
Es chico
All right,
y azul.
Describe la casa.
La casa es bonita y what is it? Blanca y what is azul? Is it just azul?
Azul. Muy bien.
Yeah, okay.
Describe los zapatos.
Los zapatos son rojos y feos.
Describe la planta.
La planta es verde y let's see, I don't know. Chica.
Describe el gato.
El gato es negro y bonito.
Describe el perro.
El perro es bonito y blanco.
Describe el escritorio.
El escritorio es marrón y Viejo.
Really?
Could be old. Sold.
Okay. El marcador es, oh, I don't, it's morado y, what is barato.
Describe la computadora.
La computadora es ana naranja y
Try that again.
anaranjado. Y
Anaranjada. Porque es
da.
la computadora.
Freaking A's, man.
Well, it's
Yeah.
anaranjada. That's just a hard one.
Yeah, anaranjada, not o. Y caro.
Cara.
Cara. That A, man.
Cara. Remind me, cara.
Expensive.
Okay.
Okay, let's go with the alphabet. Repeat after me. A.
Ah.
B.
B.
C.
Say.
C.
D.
D.
E.
A.
A.
F.
F.
G.
Hey.
Hey.
H.
Hache.
I.
E.
E.
J.
J.
K.
K.
L.
L.
M.
M.
N.
N.
Ñ.
N.
O.
O.
P.
P.
Q.
Q.
R.
R.
S.
S.
T.
T.
U.
U.
V.
V.
W.
V. Doble.
Doble.
X.
X.
Y.
Y.
Z.
Z.
I didn't know it was a keys. Interesting.
And why isn't the double L in there?
I'll talk about that in a sec.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I put together this kind of color coordinated chart to help you with this.
Yeah.
Just because the alphabet's just really a long random chain of sounds. But to kind of simplify it a little bit, when in doubt, guess the vowel sound A, right? So if we have our Spanish vowel sounds, A, E, O, U, the vast majority of letters are going to produce the A sound. Be, say, they, A, etc. Okay? You can learn independently the ones that produce the A sound. So we've got A, J, K, and Zeta. Then you've got just two for the E and X. Just one for O, and then two for U, Q and U.
This is helpful. This is good.
Cool. So your question, Brandon, why isn't the double L there? Because the Royal Spanish Academy made a change to the official Spanish alphabet in 2010.
Oh, wow.
So if you studied Spanish prior to 2010, then you would have probably learned that these two letters were pronounced the same. You had the bay and the bay, okay? And to differentiate between the two, they called the letter B the bay grande and the letter V the bay chica. After 2010, they changed it to bay and ube, just to make it easier, I guess. The Y used to be called the Y because it originally came from the Greek alphabet. And after 2010, they changed it to be more in line with the sound that it produces when you're, spelling words. So yay, or when you're pronouncing words that start with a Y, yay. Then the W used to be the doble B. They changed it to the ube doble. And then last, there used to be three additional letters. There was the che, the ege, and the r. And they got rid of them because they just determined that they weren't actually letters. They were just double letters, right? They were combinations, so they didn't really need to be on the alphabet. Which makes perfect sense to me.
It does.
This is the official Spanish alphabet as of 2010.
It's crazy.
So we learned how to, the alphabet so that we can spell. The good news is that Spanish is spelled the way it sounds. So the word for class is clase. And then if you know the vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U, clase, A, A. we at least know the vowels. There's no funny business. There's no silent letters. There's no exceptions or whatever. So it's pretty straightforward. Now, if you're traveling to South America, you definitely want to make sure that you know how to have your name spelled the right way, because if you book the tickets and, for example, you give them the name Emily or you give them the name Brandon, phonetically, they're not going to spell your name the way that you spell your name and the way that it's spelled on your ID. So let's practice with learning how to spell your names in Spanish. So the phrase for how do you spell is going to be ¿Cómo se deletrea? ¿Cómo se deletrea?
Deletrea.
Muy bien.
Deletrea. Okay.
Emily, ¿cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Emily.
¿Cómo se deletrea Emily?
Se deletrea I don't know, M.
Hold on. Go back to the first one.
Right?
It's not E, A. A.
A-M-E.
It's not M.
M-A.
M-A.
M-A-E.
A-M-A-E.
L.
L-A.
L-A. A-M-A-E-L-A-E-A.
Okay. Muy bien.
Okay. A-M-A-E-L-A-E-A.
Brandon, ¿cuál es tu apellido?
Oh gosh.
Well, you don't have to spell it. You just have to say it right now. Then you have to spell
I know. My brain knows I have to spell it. S. Pearson.
Pearson, okay? ¿Cómo se deletrea Pearson?
S. Deletrea.
So you don't say es deletrea, just say deletrea.
Oh, se deletrea.
Just go for it and
Well,
he'll correct you.
P, I don't know what P is.
Hey. Hey. When in doubt, guess A. Hey.
Hey, okay. P, A, R, A, S, A, O, N, A.
Muy bien.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah, I
All
survived.
right. You got the fun one, Emily. ¿Cuál es tu correo electrónico?
Oh,
Is that translated as like a running electricity?
oh yeah, correo.
Because isn't correr to run? Is that a different word, correo?
Correr means to run, but correo means mail. I would suspect that there's a relation to the history of how the mail system started. It initiated in Spain several thousand years ago with people running across town, but
right? I mean,
probably.
When I read it, I laughed because I was like, I wonder if it means running electric.
I would suspect there's a correlation, but yeah, correr means to run, correo, because remember, correr is going to be corro in the first, and to say I run, yo corro. This is correo. So
that's what I was like, it's probably a different word, but it just appealing of the eyes, it looks like a running.
My suspicion is that there's a, Spanish is is thousands of years old, maybe. I mean, it was born from Latin, and this is way before, we had cars and trucks and stuff like that. So my suspicion is that there was running involved.
Makes sense.
The early system of mail, but.
All right, let's see. S-A, B, A, R-A, T, A, I don't know, at?
Arroba, it's in the red box there. Arroba.
Oh, there it is. I was looking at that arroba. I don't know. G, gay? It's not, it's.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. L-A-A-R-M-A? No, say, how do you, C? Say. A-R-A. Oh, it's not W, it's V, what is it?
W.
S-A? Oh, ojo? Is that H?
Hache.
Hache?
Hache.
Hache. Where am I now?
Dot.
I got the
Punto.
essay, H, punto, C-O-M.
Muy bien.
So that put me in, coach.
Oh my gosh.
Put me in.
Okay. Oh, here are our little friends who are always selling pencils and erasers and paper.
Yeah. So we're going to review to go shopping, but this time I'm going to really try and show you what a more natural shopping dialogue would look like. Okay.
Oh, David,
So-
it's so natural to walk in and be like, I would like a pencil.
All right. Why don't we have Emily? You can be on the left, and then Brandon, you're on the right.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. Necesito una botella de agua.
Necesita una botella de agua. Okay, so you need a bottle.
Botella.
Botella. All right, muy bien. Just muy bien. ¿De dónde eres?
Soy de Arkansas. You too?
Well, we're not in the US, so I would just say soy de United States. ¿Cómo se dice United States?
Estados Unidos.
Estados Unidos. Or Denver. ¿Hablas español? Muy bien.
Oh, gracias. ¿Cuánto cuesta todo?
Oh, ¿cuánto cuesta? Well, how much is it all? I don't know.
Just make it up.
10 pesos.
Ah, perfecto. Llevo todo. Take it all.
All right, man.
Muy bien. So notice here, I'm throwing in some other questions that you might not be expecting, because I think just like Americans, when we hear people speaking with an accent, we sometimes ask those questions, hey, wait a second, where are you from? You know, same thing's going to happen to you when you go traveling down in Latin America. So I'm going to give you some of the most common questions that I would get on a daily basis when I was doing these types of transactions when I was living down in South America. So the first question would be, ¿Estás casado or estás casada? And then, ¿tienes hijos? So are you married? Do you have children? Now, this question here in the United States, I feel like would be a little bit invasive.
Yeah.
As kind of a number one question. Not in Latin America. Family is everything. It's just a cultural value. We don't value family as much as family is valued in Latin America. So it is not a rude question in Latin America, although it may seem initially a little bit intrusive to you for your American cultural standards. This would be a very common question. So you have to get used to answering this question. Okay, so Brandon, ask Emily.
Emily, ¿estás casada?
No casada.
No estoy casada.
No estoy casada.
Ah, so tienes hijos?
Oui. ¿Tienes hijos?
That's funny.
Oui?
Oh, sorry. Sí, sorry. Yeah, sí.
Yeah.
I was busy thinking about something else. Okay.
Sí, tengo hijos.
What is it again?
Tengo hijos.
Tengo hijos.
Tengo means I have. So the question is tienes, the answer is tengo.
Tengo.
No.
And remember, Emily, you can flip it back on them by saying y tú.
You got it, Matt.
Y tú.
Just in that weird one.
Okay.
So it's T-E-N-G-O. Tango.
Okay, tengo hijos. Sí, tengo hijos. ¿Y tú?
Hijos?
Hijos.
No hijos.
No hijos, not yet.
All right, here's another one. How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? To answer it, you say, yo tengo, in my situation, I'd say, yo tengo 38 años. I'm teaching this for a couple of reasons here. First and foremost, it's different than the way we would say it. In English, we say, I am. In Spanish, you say, I have. So you have years in the Spanish language. Now, again, this is not culturally acceptable here in the United States. And honestly, from everybody that I've talked to, it's not really culturally acceptable in Latin America either, but people ask it. People ask it all the time. So again, you just kind of have to get used to saying it. I don't care if you want to be 15 today, that's fine by me, but let's practice with it. So Emily to Brandon.
Brandon, ¿cuántos años tienes?
Yo tengo 29 años.
29 años. Okay.
¿Y tú?
Yo tengo, I don't know how to say it. Cuatro.
40? Is it 40?
40. Mhm.
40.
Yeah.
47.
Yeah.
7 años. 47.
Mhm.
¿Cuánto?
47 años.
40. Okay, I'd have to just memorize that. Okay. I'd ask him E2, but he just told me.
Okay, so now we'll go on to this one. ¿Te gusta la pelota? This is a great question for you. Pelota translates to ball. So depending on where you are, in most of the Spanish-speaking world, la pelota is going to refer to soccer, the soccer ball. In the Caribbean, however, the Caribbean and in Venezuela, baseball is more popular than soccer is. So this would be referring to baseball in those countries. And then the next question is, what is your favorite team? If they say that they do like it.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So practice this one, Brandon to Emily.
Emily, ¿te gusta la
Pelota.
pelota?
Sí, me gusta la pelota. ¿Y tú?
Sí. ¿Cuál es tu oh my gosh. Equipo favorito?
I do not know any teams. I could not have this conversation, even in English.
So you can say no tengo.
No tengo.
Yeah, I don't have one.
No tengo. ¿Y tú?
No tengo equipo favorito o simplemente no tengo.
No tengo no tengo mi equipo favorito. ¿Sí? ¿Sí?
No tengo equipo favorito.
No tengo equipo favorito. Yes.
¿Y tú?
¿Y tú?
No tengo equipo favorito,
I don't believe you.
pero me gusta Barcelona.
Oh, all right. Are those fighting words?
Maybe.
Like, should he know that before he goes and says that in, Argentina?
I would just say,
it's actually funny that you asked that. No, I don't think anybody. It depends on if they're playing. Who is playing at what point in time.
That makes sense.
So in Europe, they have like two huge, like in Spain, if you're in Spain and you're in Madrid and you tell somebody that your favorite team is Barcelona, it could create an uncomfortable situation. It could create an uncomfortable situation. In Argentina, they have two primary teams, which is Boca and River Plate. The rivalry is so bad that the fans of the opposite team are not allowed into the stadiums because there's a lot of violence associated with it. So that's actually a valid question. My recommendation is just wherever you are, say that place is your favorite team.
That's what I just said.
That's what Brandon was like. I just say wherever I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I found to be the way to make friends with people.
Right. What you like, I like. All right.
If you say that, your favorite team is the United States team, that would be respected, of course, obviously, because you're American. Okay, this next question is, ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do?
Brandon, ¿qué te gusta hacer?
Dormir.
So how would I say he likes to sleep? It's el gusta?
Le gusta dormir.
Le gusta dormir. Le gusta lavar les coches.
Le gusta lavar los carros.
Lavar los carros, even though
say coches, but here in the United States, we don't say coche too much. That's more in Spain. You say los carros.
Los carros.
Le gusta lavar los carros.
Carros.
Okay.
¿Y tú?
Let's say, me gusta hacer dormir. Well,
Also,
también, right? We did this. Me gusta. Shoot, I've already forgotten. How do you say play again? Play. Jugar mis hijos.
Jugar con mis hijos.
Con mis hijos,
Never will.
con mis hijos. Me gusta, ¿cómo se dice ride a bicycle?
Montar bicicleta.
Okay, well, I'm not going to remember that.
Montar.
Montar bicicleta.
Bicicleta. Montar bicicleta.
Y David, ¿qué te gusta hacer?
A mí me gusta bailar salsa.
Oh, right, we did know that.
yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Me gusta tocar música.
Mm.
Muy bien. Next question. ¿Dónde estudias español?
¿Dónde estudias? How do you say like?
En
I
mi
don't know.
casa.
Most
mi
people are
casa.
gonna, even if you only speak a little bit of Spanish, most people are going to be really impressed with that. So they're going to say, hey, ¿dónde estudias español?
Zoom. How would you say? I estudio español en Zoom.
Muy bien.
Y mi casa.
Y mi casa. Yeah, we see.
Bien. Another common question. ¿A qué te dedicas? So what do you do for work?
Okay. ¿A qué te dedicas, Brandon?
Um,
This was that hard one.
oh gosh. Yo. I guess I just say llevo carros.
Yo lavo carros.
Yo lavo.
The singular L, not a double L.
Yo lavo carros y babysit children.
You
Y
too?
cuidar niños. Yo lavo carros y cuidar niños.
Oh dear.
Say the that before hijos.
Cuidar, to take care of. Cuidar means to take care of.
Cuidar.
Yes, you realize he's calling our employees children, which is correct.
Okay. I did not capture that, but good.
Yeah. It is amazing.
Yeah. Or monkeys.
Don't call them monkeys. You're going to get in big trouble for that.
You say more in that situation, you say manejo a los empleados.
Okay, this is my lender who I'm actually going to not answer.
Proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Make him wait. Milk it.
Hey, that's what I do every time my lender calls me.
Well, yeah, but I am trying to get him to give me a $5 million loan for my next car wash. So
I'm just joking.
there's that.
Wow, that makes me feel special.
Right? You're not going to be on the hook for a ridiculous amount of money.
Nice.
Freaking car wash. Good choices, David.
All right. So now just kind of an open question that you might get. So imagine if you're in Mexico, they might say, ¿Qué haces aquí en Mexico? Like, what are you doing here in Mexico? So there's some common ways you could answer that. Estoy de vacaciones.
Yep.
I'm on vacation. Estoy aquí por negocios. I'm here for business. Estoy estudiando español. I'm studying Spanish. Or finally, tengo familia aquí. I have family here.
I do not.
Excuse me.
So practice.
Right. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué haces? Yes, aquí, México.
Estoy estudiando español.
Estoy estudiando.
Aquí.
Me
too. Yeah,
Estoy
haces.
aquí por negocios.
Oh, okay. Grow a Gleam in Mexico.
So funny story. The guy that he's from Mexico City. The guy that I got to help me with the branding on the design when we first started. His dad owned car washes in Mexico City, and he was like, "So do you know what other two businesses were always located with the car washes?"
And we're what?
Co-located.
Oh.
So you go to a car wash, and what were the other two businesses that were most commonly located next to?
I don't know.
Take a guess, both of you.
The most common,
Mhm.
like style of car wash? Or
No.
the
So
name?
the business. So his dad owned car washes in Mexico City, and he was like, guess what the other two types of businesses that were often located with the car wash? Like co-location.
Yes, like there's something
like
with
you have a
it.
Whole Foods and every once to be near Whole Foods.
Yes, like a gas station next to it.
Correct. But that was not the answer.
I would say like a supermercado.
No,
What, a bar?
but you're getting closer.
A liquor store?
Haircuts and porn.
What? That's crazy.
Haircuts and porn.
Haircuts and
And
porn.
porn.
Mhm.
Wow.
Now this was, I don't know, how old is he? He's my age. So this was his dad. So
This
this
is
is
like
like,
in the-
this is like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
but
like in the 20s.
I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, little known fact about car washes in Mexico City from several decades back.
People like to wash their car, wash porn, and get a haircut.
Hmm.
All right, now we know.
Yep.
And I'd be willing to guess that it wasn't actually porn, it was a cat house.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Seriously.
Okay. Well, we got to talk about everything in these classes, right?
Yep.
All right. So let's practice. This next one is, do you listen to music? So depending on where you are in the Spanish-speaking world, if you're in the Caribbean, they listen to salsa, Dominican Republic, bachata or merengue, tango in Argentina, mariachi in Mexico. So take turns asking each other one of these.
All right. Brandon, escuchas la música? Escuchas la música?
Salsa or whatever one you want to choose.
Well, I'm just asking you what type of music you listen to, right? Would you say escucho?
Well,
It's just música salsa.
yeah, I was like,
So like imagine if you're in Cuba or Puerto Rico, that might be a common question you would get asked.
So the question is, escuchas la música, or do I need to fill it in?
Then you have to follow it by a type of music.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm getting it. Escuchas la música salsa.
Sí. Escucho la música salsa.
Muy bien.
Emily, escuchas la música bachata.
Sí, escucho la música bachata.
Ooh.
Brandon, escuchas la música tango.
Oh, muy bien. Escucho la música tango. Yeah. Emily, escuchas la música mariachi.
No.
Oh, no?
No, escucho la música mariachi.
Mi familia
I can't say.
tengan mariachi. My family has a mariachi band.
They do?
Uh-huh.
In Arkansas?
In California.
Oh,
They play all the time.
oh.
Mi
just
familia tiene un conjunto mariachi.
Tiene, what was the next part?
Un conjunto mariachi.
Un conjunto mariachi. Un conjunto. Is juto band?
Conjunto.
Conjunto.
It's like a musical group, a group.
A group together. Okay. Con with. Okay. Yeah. Mariachi band. My cousin plays the harp.
The harp?
Yeah.
There's a harp in the mariachi
yeah,
band?
and he can freaking kill it. Dude can
Well,
play that
that's pretty cool.
dang freaking harp.
Awesome. That's cool. I want to see a video or something.
Yeah, I have a few. They played all the time for my grandma before she passed, and they play at bars and stuff like that.
Nice. Okay, so now let's try the dialogue again. So imagine, Emily, you need to buy a bottle of water, and your friendly and curious cashier, Brandon, is to go from there.
All right. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Backwards. So you're buying Emily, and Brandon's.
You walked into my store. This is my
This
store.
is your store
okay.
now. All right.
So hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. Necesito una botella de agua.
Oh,
What
Okay.
invasive question are you going to ask my innocent?
I wanted to ask what was the. Oh, that's what it is. I don't know if I see it on here. The question I wanted to ask her was, oh no, I guess I do know it. Can I just say it's not on there? I was gonna say de donde eres because
Yeah, that's fine. It actually should. You're right. It should.
Because I was like, because you wouldn't have an accent yet, or do you?
De donde eres? Estoy. Is it? Soy de.
Yeah, de.
Soy de. You're right. De. Soy de Colorado.
Ah. Muy
I
bien.
can't remember the name of this person that is coming today.
All right, so go ahead. Can you see this?
Okay.
Again?
All right.
Yeah. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. Necesito una botella de agua.
Oh, ¿de dónde eres?
Soy de Colorado.
Soy de.
Soy de Colorado.
¿Dónde estudias español?
Estudio. Is that right?
Sí.
Estudio español con Zoom. And Zoom.
Yeah.
Not with Zoom, but on Zoom. And Zoom.
Oh, muy bien.
¿Cuánto cuesta todo? I need to escape the questions.
Oh, esta $2.
Perfecto, llevo todo.
Oh,
Ciao.
But the way you did that, that's perfect because at some point they'll drag out the conversation. You're like, dude, I'm just trying to buy a bottle of wine.
I did
That's
just.
how you drive it home, right? Just tell me how much it's gonna-
Here's a 5.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Running
This
away.
is a tip.
¿De qué color es el equipo de España?
Rojo y azul.
¿De qué color es el equipo de Alemania?
Verde y oh, it's not blanco. No, that's white. It's negro.
Y rojo.
Oh,
That's
y
the-
rojo.
That's the goalie. The goalie is the random.
The
different
random color.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really need to mention the color of the goal.
They get to pick their own color?
Well, it's just an offset, so you know that's the goalie.
Oh, okay.
¿De qué color es el equipo de Argentina?
Oh, blanco y azul.
¿De qué color es el equipo de Brasil?
Amarillo y azul.
¿Qué color es el equipo de Holanda?
Anaranjado y rojo?
It's really just two colors. of orange. ¿De qué color es el equipo de Bélgica?
Oh, rojo y negro y amarillo.
¿De qué color es el equipo de Francia?
Azul y blanco y rojo with the red socks.
Sí, está bien. ¿De qué color es el equipo de Estados Unidos?
Está blanco.
Es blanco.
Es blanco.
¿De qué color es el equipo de Nigeria?
Es verde.